You're ship-shape for summer shorts, but are your teeth ready to show off? This season, time is on your side. For a sweet summer smile, dentist Steve Marsh is here to show you how you can have it made in the shade, right?
Right, Lori. And you have that. You have that beautiful smile.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, summer officially started just a few days ago, so we got the rest of the whole season left to show off our summer best, right?
Right. And teeth aren't anything unlike we want to look our best, whether it's a suit and coat or how we want to dress for summer and summer fashions. So this is a good time for people who have some time on their hands, maybe teachers who have 3 months off. They never get to things like taking care of their teeth or a colonoscopy, as your last guest suggested. So whatever it is, it's a wonderful time to take some time to do it. And people who have dental insurance, it's also a good time to use it before the end of the year. So
sure.
Summer, I think, is a real good opportunity to take some time to take care of your teeth.
Well, you've showed us some big makeovers, small makeovers before. Can you show some of both so we can see our inspiration without a whole lot of perspiration?
It's very cute, yeah. And we have a number of pictures of befores and afters. And Father's Day was last week, so I thought we'd start with a few men, which is sort of a change from our usual. This is an interesting story because this gentleman's daughter was getting married, and he wanted to look good for his wedding pictures. Actually, his wife was much more bothered by his smile than he was, and so, as so often happens, she brought him in. He wanted it done within about a month's time because the wedding was a July wedding. This happened to be last summer. And so we did some reshaping of the teeth on the lowers, and we were able to do that with, actually, Lori, 4 porcelain veneers. And it's just a marvelous result. He was thrilled, his wife was thrilled, and the wedding pictures were good as well.
That's great.
Sticking with men, and this is a man in his mid-50s. Here's a guy who came to me because he actually was no longer married and he was going to be back on the dating scene. And we see lots of that, whether people are widows or divorcees. And so he came into me and said, again, he wants to feel confident about his smile, and his focus was on the upper arch. And just like we did with the last patient, we were able to do porcelain veneers on the front and the upper. As we move forward, he wanted to do it in stages. I should mention that a lot of people are staging things because of time, finances. And in this case, we focused on the upper front 4 teeth. And on the lower teeth, Lori, we just did some reshaping. It's funny about this man. He had had braces as a kid. The teeth had really shifted. And without doing braces on the lower and just some reshaping and bonding, we got that wonderful result.
Amazing you can do that.
Well, here's another thing. Sometimes in the summer, people want to get away from some old things and do something new. And so what we actually did with John, a retired teacher, so he had plenty of time, he came to me and said, I'm tired of wearing this partial. And in the old days, we did these big metal partials. They were cumbersome, they're heavy, and they had metal in them. And John said, what else can we do? And we said, we can actually use the teeth that you have with a combination of dental implants. So that's what he looked like before. Then we put dental implants in, and on top of those we then put crowns. Those are all porcelain crowns, Lori. We used to use a lot of metal. Today we can make them look aesthetic and very strong. So this is all porcelain, individual teeth. There are no bridges here, and that was a big change.
That was a very big change. So we have one more here, it looks like.
Yeah, and it's interesting, he works for the government, he's in his 60s, he wants to work a long time, and he was always embarrassed by that smile. He had actually seen us on Golden Opportunities, and again, had some time in the summer, took a few weeks off and said, what can we do? We actually did some bridge work, we did some porcelain crowns and some veneers, and gave him this smile. He also said to me, Steve, if I'm going to do this, I'd like him as bright as we can. And we thought this was a wonderful opportunity. So in fact, the summer is an opportunity. We start every morning at 7 a.m. so that patients who get up when the sun comes up early in the summer, it's a wonderful time to get started. So we hope that'll give your viewers a feel for what can be done.
Some excellent tips. The forecast for this summer is warm weather and bright sunny smiles. So use the lazy days of summer to take care of your teeth. For more information, give Steve a call. His number is next.
See what Dr. Stephen Marsh can do for your smile by calling 440-461-1003 or visit www.clevelandsmiles.com. Next, your experience, their enterprising work.